talk about First Solar. And I do have First Solar installed in this home. My solar system on the roof, the controller, I guess, is a First Solar product. And I have the First Solar app on my phone. I can see what kind of power I'm generating and so forth. This stock's been places. Look at that. This is like Switzerland. You got a 12,000 foot peak, right? Have to go meters. It'd be a 4,000 meter peak, followed by a 5,000 meter peak, followed by a 5,000 meter peak. Wow, if you like mountaineering, you like this chart. But we're stock investors. Now, overall, the trend is higher. Look at that, 243. Holy Toledo. How did I let this one get away? How did that happen? I've been watching First Solar, and I'm a believer in solar. I think solar is good. I've had it on this home and saves me money. I've become a fan by my wallet taking me to solar. But it looks like it hasn't gone up a whole lot in the last year. So maybe there's still room. There's meat left on the bone. This is still a relatively small cap, 25 billion, growing at 27% top line revenue. And forward P is 12.47. Jeez. I've been kind of desensitized looking at those high PE ratios. It's pretty darn reasonable. Look at this growth rate. Wow, that looks pretty darn consistent and good. Let's talk about how kind of money they're making on their product. 41%. They are making a product, okay? They're not just, it's not like Reddit where they just operate a platform and don't really deliver anything. But look at these profit margins. Man, these numbers are talking to me. They're saying, hey, man, this is an attractive business. I don't think we're going to, stop needing solar. I know the U.S. has taken away some of the subsidies, but it makes a lot of sense. I think the solar panels keep getting more efficient, by the way. Like the solar panel technology grabs more sunlight than if you had a generation of solar panels you would have bought like 10 years ago to now. You got much more efficient solar panels. So it becomes the return on investment to a homeowner is there or to a business. Now they are supposed to hit some kind of growth slowdown and then grow again. Single digit PE ratio. Man, I like this stock. I like what I'm seeing. These guys are classified as solar technology. See, I disagree with this. And here's my disagreement. This is an industrial stock. We just looked at Eaton. Okay. This is like a company like Eaton for solar, generating power. Hey, so if anybody with the SEC or I don't know who controls it, the NASDAQ, you guys ought to reclassify this to an industrial. Just an opinion. Man, it's looking good. Let me kick it over. Wow, it's up 4.8%. Oh, man. Let's kick it over to Daryl. I'm curious to see what he thinks. And I'm going to have to listen to him on this one. I'm going to listen to see if he thinks it's a good buy, when to buy, how to buy, should I buy it with my left hand or my right hand? Take it away, Daryl.
Okay, so we had a support level back here from August that they traded down to here. They gapped down below it. They've been forming a base, and now they're on their way back up. So this would have been a resistance line, but it is now support since they're clearly trading above that for the last few days. 5 days moving higher, 21 days moving higher, 50-day is moving higher. I like companies like this if you are a real believer in the company. We had a 50-day cross to the downside. That's a death cross. So if it's a company that I'm really sold on, I like to wait to see the largest gap that I can see between the 200 and the 50-day. When it starts rotating higher, like right here, that's where I would have been looking to pick up some shares. So at around 216. It's still not a bad place because they're going to, with this kind of movement, they're probably going to get a golden cross and you're not going to have nearly the prices that you have today. They are moving into overbought territory. The PPO is positive. The accumulation looks really good. So it's moving higher. Money flow is positive. We did have a gap down over here. So that's going to serve, that range is going to serve as a bit of resistance. We have a resistance line set that went back to October of last year. If they can get above that and break above that, that would be really good news. We're also starting to form a cup. So if this moves higher and gets any kind of a pullback to it where you get a handle actually formed on that, then you take a price at the right side of the cup. So right about here, that's 239. You subtract the 182. So what is that? $50. You add that back to the 239 and you get 290 as a price target. So that would put them just about where they were trading at the previous highs. So that would be the price target that I would put on that one, or price objective that I would put on that one. If it pulls back and then moves higher and moves above the right side of the cup, that's called the trigger. So it actually fired. We have the formation, but we have not had the trigger yet. So that's what I would be watching for, and it could run to 290 in my opinion.
All right. So man, this stock smells good. It looks good. Very good pricing on this stock. If you measure the free cash flows now, again, my qualitative kind of judgment is solar is going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You're seeing that, the big data center build out, you're seeing communities across the US begin to complain that, hey, our electricity prices are going up. Well, is that going to be a long-term trend? Yes. So, all right, well, if you stick solar panels on your roof, maybe you could offset some of that cost, and they keep getting more efficient. So I think the demand is going to be there, and the stock's priced well. This is a buy. And again, I'm going to put this stock in my industrial sector. And I just think they're better aligned with industrials. They're not a technology stock. They are and they aren't. But so you go to most of these, like if you go to Caterpillar, big industrial stock, they got semiconductors all over their equipment. It is a highly engineered product. Totally agree. Just like a technology product. So I just think they belong there for me as I diversify my portfolio. I'm glad we covered First Solar because I think that's going to be a good one for me to add.